Evening, everyone. Welcome to round 5 of your Wednesday Tier 1. It's just me on my lonesome tonight. Jammy isn't here. He's not able to make it. He might join us later on. But as far as I'm aware, we are on our lonesome tonight. So, we're just starting the qualifying now. We've got a few people heading out onto track. Let's see what these base times are going to end up being. Yeah, there wasn't a stream last week. Just had some technical difficulties, and obviously we've now got all set up again, and we are back in Miami for round 5, and hopefully we can keep that way and keep these streams rolling. Just get the map up. Looks like we are going to be having sorry, let me just get myself set up. Not telemetry. There we go. So XR looks like he's on his outlet. Is it Iceman? He's first to go round. I think Iceman's one of the ones up front at the minute. We'll see once the times start coming in. We'll see what the base times are going to be. The banker laps are going to be put in. Then people are going to turn up the heat for later in the qualifying and get really raring to go. And then we'll see them pole laps coming in. So Iceman is going to be coming around turn 17 and 18, pushing his way round to the front stretch, and he's going to be, unless his foot's still straight in. With Alalili, he's got a 27.28, and Iceman has managed to set a 27.4, so that's 2/10 off the current pole sitter, but there's only 2 times I've been put in so far, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have some different times coming in. As Eagle Ghost goes and sets a 26.8. He's now set that provisional pole, and I think we're going to have a couple of people now going to be setting their laps also. A little bit of slipstream there for Keegan, there on the back straight. As he flies it round turn 17. Let's see what his time's going to be. Straight in there to P2 with a 26.827. 100ths of the current pole lap. I'm sure some other people are going to have something to say about that and get a slightly faster time on that, but we'll have to wait and see. This track's ramping up, and we're going to have some really good times coming in. People are running out of their fuel. The other flags are flying. Looks like TJ's pushing us luck on fuel there. As he's coming in the pits. So currently we've got Eagle Ghost, Keegan and Ali. There's two different total times there. We've got 26.8 set by Eagle Ghost and Keegan in 1 and 2. Then was down to the 27.2 mark from P3 onwards. As Iceman is on an invalid lap. Unless he's now gonna... Nope, he's heading straight in the pits. What have we got down here? And Ministry on a lap. Come down to turn 11. He's going to take a tight round there, going around the barriers, then straight into turn 14, 15, up to the hairpin. Round he goes. 13 into 12. And along that back straight he goes, heading straight down to turn 17. Using all that DRS and available energy to him. Round turn 17 and 18 to 19 and then straight to that start finish straight. What time is he going to be setting at 1:27.6? Good enough for P9 for Ministry there. And just behind him we've got Kaino. Kaino's just set a 27.6. Eagle Ghost still sitting up there on provisional pole, 1/100th of a second difference to Keegan. I think he's now starting another lap, so he's now flying himself around turn 1 and 2 into 3, sweeping around. He goes, turning into 4, 5 and 6. Bending round turn number 7, getting himself straight as he possibly can to head down that semi-short straight road as we've got turn number 9 coming up. Bit of traffic up front. Down along that back straight. Getting as much speed as he possibly can. Turning left straight into turn 11 and then 12. 13 and then into that tight hairpin there is a 14 and 15. Then thunder down the next humongous straight here. So even if he is going to be gaining a little bit more time to keep up his pole position he's got currently now to keep away from Keegan here. And as he comes across the start finish straight, he's took another 2/10 off, widening that gap to Keegan there. Keegan might be sitting there wondering to himself when he's going to be coming out next. He may be leaving it to the last minute when the track's his most possible best time he could be setting. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Oh, Iceman, 3/10 down in his sector 2 time. He's now coming along the back straight, ready to turn that tight left-hander of 16. No, sorry, 17 into 18, 19. And he crosses the line, putting himself up to P3 with a 1:26.9, breaking that 27-second barrier. He's pushed himself up on to the second row with the Williams. Eagle goes there, giving his teammate a nice slipstream on the back straight to Urban Pitbull. Come around 17, 18 and 19 coming down to the timing line, and it's 4/10 off for him, pushing up to P5 onto the third row with the Williams. Looks like the track is starting to ramp up. I think a few people are going to be setting their final time soon. We've got 5 minutes left of qualifying. XLY looks like he has invalidated. The Hassel and Ministry looks like he's now on to a lap. Turning down into turn number 4. Then 5, then 6. 7 and 8. With that Aston Martin up in front, he's moved out of the way, well done. Round 11, then 12, 13. Got to get these curbs just right, otherwise they can send you flying. Along that illustrious straight. Picking his braking point. Oh no, I think he's run out of battery. No, it's still got a little bit there. It's not going to take much off his... Oh, no, he did. He took 4/10 of his time. Making it a 27.2. Looks like... I don't think Keegan's been out on a second lap unless he's going to be coming out pretty soon. We'll save him on to their extra set. Here he comes out. That's the next person to be watching, seeing if he can better his time and possibly set another pole lap to push Eagle Ghost to that top spot. So I'm now going to take a look at the standings. Standings for Wednesday Tier 1 after round 4 at Brazil. Kino still sitting at that top spot with 172. Keegan second with 145. Alili with 131. And then Corvallis in 4th with a 131.2, and Jose in 5th with 106. So, according to these standings, Kino should be setting a better time. He's got to better himself right now to make sure he can keep his top spot. We'll have to wait and see if he is able to do that, as Keegan is now going to be setting up for his final lap of qualifying. So we're going to see what he is able to pull off here. Trying to get some temp into those tyres. I know they're hard to warm up. So traffic up front, making sure he's set up and ready to go. So as he comes around 17, I'm sure that battery will be switched on fully. He's going to be pushing his way over to the timing line, starting his final lap of the qualifying. Pushing his way down to turn 1. Nice and tight, hitting that apex as best as he can. Then into 2. Keeping nice and tight onto them curbs there. Making sure you're using all the track as you possibly can as well. Flying around turn 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll count that as an 8. As we have that silly number 9 turn as we come down this straight here. Foot flat to the floor. Sector 2 is going to be... Oh, my mistake, I'm looking at the wrong timing line. As he's taking himself around turn 13 there. Turning tight, bouncing over those curbs, cutting them just nicely, 14, 15 to 16, touching that curb lovely. Foot flat down once again, and hopefully this car's will move straight out of his way that he's got up front, otherwise he's going to be losing some time there. As turn 17 says him straight in the face, as Kano just sets the fastest lap. Let's see what Keegan is going to be doing here. As he just sets a 26.6, pushing up to 4th place, but not good enough for pole. Sorry about that, as qualifying is now coming to an end. I don't know if anyone is on their last lap here, but Kano's managed to snag that provisional pole. And Eagle Ghost has just set a faster lap once again, another 10th up, pushing Kano away from that top spot and putting himself back onto that lovely front row. And I think that's going to do it for qualifying. I don't think anyone else is setting another time. No, XR White's finished. Keegan hasn't got nothing left in the tank. And everyone else now just pushing along the line. So that is qualifying all done there. Eagle Ghost has snagged that pole position. Kano sitting in a close second. Then in 3rd place we've got XR White, and 4th we have got Keegan. After Keegan we've got TJ in the Kick Sauber. Then number 6 we've got Urban Pitbull, Iceman in P7, Evan in 8th, Van Bant in 9th, 10th Cavalis, Minstry in 11th, 12th Alili, Alexander Petty in 13th, and Jose in 14th. And I would show you the rest, but I'm unable to scroll down. So these drivers are now going to be wondering what strategy they're going to pull tonight. Hopefully they can get it right, and we won't be seeing too many safety cars tonight. Hopefully we can keep some nice clean racing between everyone, and we have a lovely race tonight. I'm sure it won't be too long before the drivers decide what set of tyres they're going to be taking. Getting them fuel levels correct, so you don't be running out halfway through. Right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights, and away we go at Miami. As they all come thundering down, there's a slight contact there with third place in the Red Bull, hitting into the Alpine of Eagle Ghost. Kano is back behind Eagle Ghost. He's managed to keep the lead into the first couple of turns. It's a nice tight battle up front as we come around into turn 2 and 3. 4, 5 and 6. We are keeping nice tight in the train there. I haven't seen anyone take any more bumps. We might have some damage up front. Eagle Ghost still leading them around the track here, as we've got a few moves behind him, and it looks like XI White is having a look-see to see if he can take the lead of this race or push himself up into P2. As there's a switch around in 6th and 7th with Iceman and Urban Pitbull. Flying around these tight corners here, ready to go on to that final straight, to the start-finish straight. Not many turn round here. We are all within straight lines here. No one is looking to make a move by the looks of it. We've got an Alpine poking his nose out. But Eagle Ghost is still remaining the one up front. So changes on start. The most gained is for Jose in P11. He's up 3 places. Cavalis down 4. Not a lot of changes here. Most of them started on the medium tyre. 2 on hard, 1 on soft as the Jose is. So Eagle Ghost is on the mediums. He has managed to keep the grip to his tyres and keep the lead of this race. As we've got Kano taking leader position here of this race, using that DRS to pull away from Eagle Ghost there, as we've got a few switches behind as well, as Jose has dropped a place there to Evan in the Williams. And it looks like Ali is trying to do the same. Oh, there's a couple go wide there into turn 14. Well, the looks of it, we're keeping a nice long train here. A lot of people keeping the DRS. Eagle Ghost is now going to be pushing as hard as he can to try and take that top spot. But Kano's just took away from him. Setting that fastest lap with the 1:29.1. DRS train is real here now, and people are going to be struggling to get them places up because everyone's going to be at the same speed on these straights. So we had a quick change around there with Ali and Jose again. But it looks like everyone is now settling into the train. No one seems to be doing anything rash, as XI White is probably the closest to the next car in front of him. But I have to admit, XI White is now performing differently to what he did on the Sunday. I think he's now switched gears entirely. He's now trying to go for that win instead of a few 20-second penalties at the back. But we'll have to wait and see what he's able to be doing here and if he can keep these top spots. As the Eagle Ghost here is now using that DRS, draining a little bit of that battery, trying to keep close to that gearbox of Kino there. As we have a quick switch around there from Van Bant and Urban Pitbull for 6th and 7th. So as we're coming into lap 4, Kino is still in the lead with Eagle Ghost, XR White, Keegan, TJ, Iceman. We are still running around in quite a big train at the moment, and it looks like we are maintaining gaps as we had a bit of a switch around with the Visa Cash App RB. Bit of a defensive line there from the RB. As the Williams is trying to poke his nose in. And the Ali is trying to go down the inside of the Alpine there, and he's managed to do it and pushed himself ahead into turn 12, pushing up into 14-15, and managed to hold on to that place as for Van Bant. Looks like he's made a little bit of an error there, a little bit wide. He's got an Alpine into the wall. Sure if there was any damage there. It looks like that Williams has got a bit of end plate damage, as we've got a bit of a switch around here as XI White has taken 2nd position, but Kino is straight up against him, and he's going to try and get in that place back again as we come down into turn 1, and he's gone right in front and dived right in front of him here as XI White is right on his gearbox, and hopefully he can maintain the position or even gain that position back, as we've also now just had the first penalty of the night from N Ministry, 3-second time penalty there. Alili's then using that DRS to get past there on Van Bant. Kino and XR White are still closing those little gaps there, and Keegan is not far behind. So he's joined this train up front, and then we've got that large gap between Keegan and TJ there. All 4 of these guys are very well capable of winning this Grand Prix, and we are hoping we have some excellent battles for this lead. So Alili currently is up 5 places, so is Jose. The only person at the minute is really feeling the position change is Urban Pitbull, who's managed to lose 6 positions. But like I said, most of them are on the mediums, and we've got Jose on the softs and 2 on the hards, which are Urban, Pitbull and Cavalis, but it doesn't look like it's really working out for them. So I just missed out to get out quickly, but we have got a safety car. Looks like Will Martin has... Oh, what has Will Martin done here? Can't actually have a look. That's not good. So that's a safety car on lap 6. So we're going to have everyone bring together. I don't think anyone's going to be going in for tyres. We'll have to wait and see. Most of them on the mediums. They might head over to the hards, but I think there'll be a long stretch to be doing hards all the way to the end. We'll have to see what the teams are going to be coming up with. See what Kino does. Looks like they will be coming in. I'm pretty sure they'll be going onto those hard tyres They haven't been really working out for Urban Pitbull and Cavalis. They're going to be really struggling now because they're going to have to go on those mediums and they're going to be struggling towards the end. As Urban Pitbull has stayed out on those hards, I don't think that was a wise decision. Everyone's going to be on that fresh rubber and he's going to be a few laps down, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anything can happen in this race. Just want to make sure I make this point. Thanks everyone for watching the race tonight. It's very appreciated that you come to watch it, and I hope you enjoy my commentary. Normally we would have someone else along, but he is not here tonight. But I hope you enjoy the commentary nonetheless and the stream. So let's just take a look at the tyres. Most of them have gone on the hards, and Cavalis has come off them horrible hards and gone on to the mediums. He'll be struggling towards the end of the race, but we'll have to keep an eye on him and see what happens for him. I'm pretty sure he's going to be trying to go for another pit stop, but he's going to be very disadvantaged from that. But that's his decision, and his team has made that decision. As it looks like we're going to have one more lap around the track with the safety car. As the remaining Ferrari is... Ooh, Cavalis has also got 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. That's naughty, naughty. So we're going to have Urban Pitbull starting this race once we make the remainder of this final lap around the Miami track. He's going to be setting off on them old hards. We'll have to wait and see what is going to be happening on that start. I think someone's going to be making an overtake into turn 1, but we'll have to see what happens. So as we make the remainder of the final straight before the start finish, that safety car should be going in, which it is. So all up to Urban Pitbull now to choose when he decides to start. To be bunching up that pack, everyone's going to be trying to warm their tyres up, ready for pouncing on when Urban Pitbull in the Alpine decides to go. So come around turn 17 and he's still giving it a bit of a wobble. And he is off. Kano is keeping right on his gearbox. I don't think he's managed to scare him away as they come down into turn 1. We'll see how much grip he's got on his old hards. He's managed to keep that lead into turn 1. There's a couple of bit of scuffle behind him. Kano is right there, ready to take advantage of those old hards, and he's managed to take the lead of this race. I'm pretty sure the others will follow behind him. Oh, as Urban Pitbull's just gone wide. Oh no, and Eagle Ghost. We're back to the original four leaders. Keegan is right alongside. I'm hoping he is able to make the pass. He should be able to. He should have that new rubber. Nope, he's going to dip in behind. Kano is still holding the lead of this race. XR White is going to be launching himself down and putting himself into P2 as they come into turn 14 and 15. As we go back into the long train, Kano is leading this race. XI White close behind. Eagle Ghost holding DRS as it's now about to be enabled. DRS is now enabled. Keegan's still behind on Urban Pitbull here. I'm sure he was going to make a pass straight away, especially on that new rubber. Let's see if he can do it on the mid straight. As he is draining his battery, putting it into overtake mode. He's not got the straight line speed though, to able to pass the Urban Pitbull. Oh, nearly getting very close to the gearbox there of Pitbull. DRS down this straight. Looks like XI White may make a move here. Moving over to the inside. And he is going. He's going to go and push and take the lead possibly of this race. He is. He's now the pole position sitter. He may lose it down into turn 1. No, he has held that lead. Eagle Ghost is still hot on their heels. Iceman with a penalty, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Keegan here, looks like he's going to finally making that move around Pitbull and pushing himself up to 4th. No, he's not. He's just lost the position once again. This Alpine is holding up everyone. I would have thought people would have made it round with the new rubber here. Keegan's going to try once again to go on the inside. He does, and he is going to be taking that position away from Urban Pitbull. He is not. He's side by side as contact is made. Oh dear. And we've just had a spin there by the looks of it. No, he's not. He's managed to keep it in. Keegan's took that position up, and he's going to try and push away as quick as he can to make up into the top 3 train. He's managed to keep that position there, but he's got 2.5 seconds up front. Looks like Ali Ali's making a position change there with TJ in the kick salver. Oh, as we think. Oh, let's have a look. Iceman's now gone. Oh, we've got a caution. Caution's out. Oh, have we got any spins? We have. Looks like we've got a bit of fighting here for 10th place. Iceman is now in 13th position. I don't know what happened there with him. Lily with DRS is going to take the outside line here. It's going to make it up to 5th position. And I think that is going to be 7 places for him. He's making headway here to push himself for the podium. But there is a large gap that has formed between the front train and Keegan. We'll have to wait and see if they can close that gap and make forth and headway into the top 3 and push them for the podium positions. Kino up front, still holding on to that lead. Managed to keep it Exile White well behind him currently, so he is comfortably up front, holding a 4/10 gap. DRS not seem to helping the cars behind. Oh, and we may have a spin. Oh no, we don't. We've got TJ in the pits. I think it might be front wing damage. It's hard to tell. Yeah, front end plate. These 3 still staying strong up front here. These 3 still very, very close, managed to keep up with each other. It looks like Exile White might have a possible chance to swap positions here with Kino. We'll have to see if he can gain that front straight line speed and push on to the inside. Is it going to be a defensive move or look? No, it looks like he's pulling back. Maybe waiting here for turn 1, possibly. No, he's going to be holding position. Ali is going for a position change with Keegan. Down into turn 1, Keegan's hold that inside line, managed to keep a defensive line there and held off from the RB. But now they've caused a bit of a problem for themselves, as they have now caused a 5-second gap with the top 3 leaders, and they're not going to be able to make that up unless a safety car comes out or they stop and work together. Lily is going for that position change once again. He has made it this time, but Keegan is hot on his gearbox and he is going to be having the DRS on the next straight. I don't know if he's going to be able to be getting enough straight line speed here. Looks like he's maybe not the greatest straight line speed, so we'll have to wait and see. No, there's not a lot of gain there. I don't think he's going to be able to make it to turn 17 with enough gains for him to go for a move there on Ali. As Kino has just set another fastest lap with 29.02. Looking like we're going to have many position changes here, but I think Keegan's going to be trying once again to try and get past Ali and gain back that 4th position. It looks like everyone is settled in for the long haul, and there's not a lot of position changes that are going to be made so far, unless Exo White is going to be gaining any time on Kano here, but Kano is solidly in front and managing to keep the gap, even with DRS behind him and none for himself. He is seeming to keep a good handle on things. Oh, Eagle Ghost going on to the inside there. Pressuring Exile White there, but he's not going to make it into turn 14 alongside him, so he has pushed right back, held position, and allowed himself to keep the speed difference as he comes to the back straight with DRS, and all three of them seem to be very tight together now, so we'll have to see if they go for another move. And there, Eagle Ghost has gone to the inside for turn 17. Right alongside Exile White, using that Mercedes in front to stop Exile White from pushing in front again. Side by side as they come onto the start finish straight, and Eagle Ghost has managed to take that second position. Urban Pitbull has gone in now on them old hards. He should have pitted on that safety car in my opinion, but he has now gone onto that fresh medium tyre, so we'll have to see if he can gain any more positions now, as we are on lap 17, but these hards are going to be very soiled by the end. Jose and Evan making position changes there. As Exo White just picked up a 3-second time penalty, that's going to make a huge difference in the end. He's not going to be able to gain position very well if he's going to be holding these little gaps between him, Eagle Ghost and Kano. That 3-second time penalty has changed everything for him. Kano here is putting it down to 1/10, and Exile White is making the move there on Kano. Kano must have made a mistake there and allowed Eagle Ghost to take the lead of this race. And I don't think he's going to be able to make a position gain here into turn 1. So Eagle Ghost, Exile White made those position changes, but Exile White with that 3-second time penalty is not going to be gaining a whole lot being here into the second position, unless the others seem to have a warning or two. I don't think there is going to be a big difference for him. Kano is going to try and make a move here on Exile White. Going around the outside, totally trying to make it past before they get to turn 11. He does, and he's going to try and gain that lead back again on this Alpine of Eagle Ghost. All is squabbling up with the podium places is not affecting the gap here to Alili and the RB. There's still a 6.7 gap as they are now switching places, as Keegan and Alili are switching once again. And I'm pretty sure Alili's going to have something to say about that and try and push. Oh, we have got a DNF and a safety car. Looks like Iceman has now crashed somewhere, and we've now got a safety car bringing everyone back close once again here on lap 18. So we're going to have to see some more mediums come out. I don't think the softs are going to be the right tyre yet. We've got 10 laps to go still. There's a couple of front wing changes there, one for Ali. But Eagle Ghost is going to be a leader. He's catching up to that safety car here on lap 19. So we may have about 9, maybe 8 laps left at the remainder of this race once everyone's catched up. Probably 7. We'll have to give it a little bit of a guess there. But I'm sure Eagle Ghost will choose the perfect time for them to be starting, and hopefully he can get the jump on Kaino and gain that gap that he so possibly needs to keep the lead of this race. So let's say everyone has made it onto the mediums. Alexander and TJ decided to go on the softs. I don't think that was the correct decision, but if it works for them and they're able to gain a few more positions, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think they are going to be winning anything by the end of this race, because they are going to be totally destroyed. Penalties wise, we have got 3 seconds for XL White. Ali Ali's got on 3 seconds. Minstry is on a 3 second. Evan Pitbull 3 seconds. And TJ is 3 seconds as well. Probably all from track limits. And they have done that the 3 times and managed to get themselves the 3 second penalties. But no, this safety car has put Keegan and Ali back into contention for them podium positions if they can keep up with the front runners. XL White has sorely made a mistake with that penalty, because now he is going to have Keegan and Ali behind him, try and pushing him all the way along. And if they can keep the gap close, they will be able to push him out of those podium positions. So we're waiting for 2 more cars, the Red Bull and a Kick Sauber, to get to the safety car train, and then we will be underway. If they get close to them relatively quickly, we will be underway this lap, otherwise it will be another lap. It's going to possibly be another lap, but it's going to help those guys on the soft compound tyre. Yep, we're going around for one more safety car lap, and then we'll be back underway again. So, as we come round ready on this back straight here, Eagle Ghost is going to be letting the safety car fly away in front of him, and he's going to be bunching up the pack and ready to get started once again. As we are, for some reason, 3 wide. Eagle Ghost has bunched them right up and he's ready to set off. When is he going to make that decision? He comes around turn 17. Foot flat to the floor. Kind of seems to have gapped a little bit here behind him for 4/10. And I don't think we're going to be seeing many position changes down here to turn 1. Nope, everyone kept the same positions and we are flying away now on lap 22. So the quick position change there with 12th and 13th and 9th and 10th. XL White is going to be wanting to try and get a move on because this 3-second time penalty is going to be killing him right now. So as Elite Elite with this 3-second time penalty, it's going to put a few positions down on each of them. Eagle Ghost is still remaining at this first place position and he is holding it off from Kino here. He's at the top of the standings in a minute. He's going to be wanting them points as much as possibly can as XL White nearly went into the back of Kino there. As they come back around turn 17 and get him. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of position changes there. There's a little bit of a bash there from each other, and Keegan has capitalised on it. And Kino has gone into top spot. DRS is enabled. I think there's a safety car once again. Or is that not gone away? Nope, ignore that one. Kino is now sprinted away. Keegan is now in 2nd position and XL White's in 3rd. Eagle Ghost is now down to 4th position. Looks like he has made a slight mistake there. Or there was a bit of a dive bomb from someone. Now Keegan's going to be losing this DRS and he needs to make sure he keeps up with him and keeps the DRS. Otherwise he's going to be at risk from XL White behind him. Eagle goes to the next off while making position changes once again. Keegan has closed that gap up to 7/10. We'll have to wait and see if he can continue to hold that gap and keep that DRS ready to try and close the gap once again to possibly take the lead of this race. That straight line speed once again for Keegan doesn't look like it's a strong point for his setup today. He needs to try and make the most of it and close the gap up and keep within that 1 second gap of Kino. As he sets the fastest lap of a 1:28.168. And Kino looks like he's managed to open up that gap and get away from Keegan here. He might be... Oh, as we got a caution, sector 1. I think maybe a DNF for the Kick-Sauber. It is. He's now out of the race, but we are not having another safety car as of yet. Eagle Ghost is going to make that move into Keegan, and he's going to hold that inside line and push in front, and Keegan's going to try and hold his own along the barrier side there, and he is unable to keep that position. Keegan falls down into P3. Eagle Ghost is going to be racing in front to try and get into DRS range, to kind of up front and possibly take a lead of this Grand Prix. Exile White as well is going to be trying to go here and make a position change on Keegan. But Keegan is going to fight back with Eagle Ghost and take that inside position and gain the position. Once again, there's a contact there with Exile White and Keegan. Contact once again, as Keegan has managed to lose his second place to Eagle Ghost and Exile White. Cavalis and Jose seem to be side by side and making a little bit of contact there in sixth position. Oh, and Keegan and Cavalis are now fighting side by side to try and hold position again. Keegan is not seeming well off up in the minute with the tyres he's got, but everyone is on that medium tyre. He just seems to be down on his straight line speed, and it is really killing him right now. As Jose is going to thunder right past Cavalis and be right beside Keegan. Right behind Keegan, but going wide there into turn 16. We've got cautions out once again. Looks like Minstry has had a bit of a mistake there, or a spin. Looks like it's debris on track. Safety car once again. And this could take us back into the remaining laps. It's going to bunch everyone up once again, and Kano's lead is going to be negated once again. And Alili's just got a 10-second time penalty. I think he's retired from the race because of the fact. I had a bit of contact there. Not sure who that was with. It's handling a front wing moon smashed in. Kano's now got this race start to comprehend with, and I don't think we're going to be underway just yet. We might be. No. No, one more lap behind the safety car is going to bring us to 27 laps, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 2 more laps to go with no safety car. Oh no, 2 laps, sorry. Yeah, 2 laps will be without safety car. Just going to be see who can make the jump on Kano here. Possibly take the lead of the race. Or can Kano hold that position and get a fantastic start and gap Eagle Ghost? So most of them stayed out. There was 2 people that went in. I'm pretty sure they were for wing changes, but everyone's on the mediums apart from 2. One of them was on softs, 8 lap old, and one is on some new softs in 11th place. Safety car should be in this lap, so Kano's going to make a decision when he goes, and hopefully he can make that jump start on Eagle Ghost and gain that gap that is going to allow him to win this race. Bunching them all right up, causing problems for everyone here. And he is going to come around turn 17 once again. And he is off. Eagle Ghost is not far behind. XL White may be gaining position here. We'll have to wait and see. XL White is going to be coming down the inside of turn 1 and putting himself back into P3. Keegan is not far behind. Kano is keeping the lead of this race. If he can hold this one more lap after this, he will be the winner of round 5 in Miami. Keegan and XR White are now battling. Keegan has managed to go in front of him here. Whether he can keep his position, he isn't, as Jose is now on his... Oh, there's a slide nearly happened there, but Keegan has made his way up to the podium position. He's got 1 lap to make, and he will hold this position and be on that final podium position. But there's going to be a lot of pressure from behind in with the Ferrari and the Red Bull, as we will have DRS for the final lap. XL White is also going to lose another position to Cavalis and push down into P6. That's not going to be good for his 3-second time penalty. He could be well down into 9th, 10th place by the end of this race. DRS enabled. XL White has gone into the pits. Oh, and it looks like he's got some problems with his front wing, but Kano is sailing ahead. I don't think Eagle Ghost is going to make any position change for him and gain the lead of his position. He may be well set to win the round 5 in Miami. Closest battle on track here is Cavalis and Jose. Let's see if he can make his way into P4 here. And I don't think he's going to be close enough. As he comes around these tight bends, see if he can hold this gap here up to Jose. He may be able to make it into 4th place in the remainder of what is left of this race. As Eagle Ghost has closed the gap right up as well. Let's see if this DRS can allow him to gain the last position of this race and take the win. As he has no battery left, I don't think it's going to be possible. As Jose and Keegan are battling for that last podium place. It looks like Keegan has lost the podium on that last corner. But congratulations to Kano for the win. Then it is your Eagle Ghost, Jose Keegan, Cavalis Evan, Van Bant, Pitbull, Minstry, Alexander Petty, and XO White has managed to put himself into P11. Unfortunate for him, has led some of this race and stayed on them podium positions to the very end. It's how unfortunate for him. But there we go. That is round 5 in Miami, Wednesday Tier 1 here on Phantom League TV. Or Phantom Racing TV, I should say. It says Jose is the driver of the day. He made up the most positions today. So I will just say once again, congratulations to Kano for winning round 5 here in Miami. Then we've got Eagle Ghosts close behind, Jose in 3rd position, Keegan in 4th position, 5th Corvallis, 6th Evan, Van Banton 7th. 8th, Pitbull. 9th is Ministry. 10th is Alexander Piddy. And then we've got 11th Exile White, Alia Lee, and 12th, 13th TJ, 14th Iceman. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Twitch stream tonight. And thank you very much if you're going to be watching on YouTube. I am going to say a good, fantastic good night and well done to all the racers tonight. It was quite clean. I didn't see anything wrong, but we'll have to wait till next time. Thank you very much. And you'll be back on here, Phantom Racing TV, on Sunday with Core and Keegan. Good night.